need to turn my sensitivity down. Jesus.
Right. That's all the notes I
What's your
need.
charge, Mr. Prosecutor? Who's this random man? Oh, is
Wait a minute! Who are you?
this the one I'm defending?
Yeah, you're defending. Psh.
Ow, you prick! Judge,
What?
you weren't even there.
I wasn't even there? Huh? What'd you say? Look at me.
No, I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Can you hear me now?
Fraudulent procuring a
Yes.
date from an waitress.
How dare you suggest this about my client? Oh,
Sir, you've done wrong. You've done wrong,
Objection!
and you need to be paying for this.
God damn it, no! I do not believe you. Right.
Fraudulently procuring a date from an unassuming waitress. Mr.
Poor
West.
waitress.
Mr. Wet. I didn't do that.
Well, Mr. West, what do you have to
not
say for
unassuming.
yourself?
You bastards.
Yep.
You can present
question.
evidence.
Okay, let me present some evidence. Okay.
Like these two nerds.
So,
User
how do I
lost
play this card?
object. What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
What is that your piece of evidence? Is a universal remote?
Yeah, he was stuck in another universe. He was eating something suspicious, right? And this caused an unexplained explosion in the distance, right?
Okay.
So he
Okay.
went and ran. Okay. He was
Yeah.
not near this waitress. He left.
Is this with the
left.
universal remote?
No, the universal remote is in another universe already. So that I don't know how he's seen this waitress. So there was the universal remote which got him to the other universe. He was eating something suspicious. So it made him feel a little bit off. And then he hears an explosion in the distance, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
He scribbles down a couple of things on a post-it note.
Do you have this post-it note?
Basically, do I have this quote? We've not been able to submit it into the evidence locker due to there was a strange man around. And
Scotch. This guy
the
seems
order
mental.
of the note was never delivered.
Order never delivered.
So
Right.
that's my defense of Mr. West here. He was just exactly, and the prosecution, look, he's sleeping, bro. He's sleeping.
I was writing.
Right. Scotch, you can now present some evidence.
Yeah, so we've got a few things here.
Okay.
First of all, we've got the invitation card. Right here is going to be the primary piece of evidence.
Okay.
Where's the invitation card?
You didn't see it. The invitation card.
Hold on. I need to write this down.
He invited her to a special event that he said was
Scotch,
actually a car show.
Scotch,
Yeah.
look across. You want to know what I think of your goddamn prosecution?
Now that is no behavior in my court. Go ahead.
So, he also put into a device a GPS. And he said, "Oh, I'm not taking you on a date. I'm not taking you on a date. I'm taking you somewhere else." And he put in fraudulent into GPS.
Yeah.
And all the time, it was to
Objection!
a candlelight dinner. It was a candlelight dinner that he was taking to her when she was under the assumption that it was going to a friend's party.
Yeah.
So we have A, the invitation. We've got B, the GPS, the birthday invitation, the GPS that goes nowhere, that he tried to then
George.
further trick her into this. And she said, "Are you sure about where exactly we're going?" And you know what he did? He scribbled onto a post-it note, "This is really not
The
a date."
post-it note. Oh my god.
Yeah, the post-it note.
Shit.
And he said, "No, no, no. In fact, there's going to be games at this party too." And what did he do? Showed her a gaming console. And you know, and I want to leave you with this. When he took her to that candlelight restaurant and she realized what was about to happen.
Wait, he's
tears, knocked over a glass in horror at the prospect of being on a one-on-one date with Mr. West. There was a wine glass at the restaurant at the candlelight dinner. And you know what I have to present to you? The broken glasses from the table themselves.
Wait, glasses, those are like the Scotch. Are those not like the ones you wear?
No, those are from the table.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, yeah.
They're broken wine glasses.
Ah, I see.
You know
you don't want to drink through the truth. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's worse too? We didn't even realize this at the time, but he tried to actually drug her when you see that eating something suspicious as his evidence.
Mr. West?
Objection!
No.
And by the way, you know what she said? This
Losing a lot.
date by Mr. West was like a losing lottery ticket.
Oh, okay.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Sky, I think you need to make a verdict.
Well, considering your previous track record, Mr. West, guilty.
Shit!
I shouted, "I'm untouchable," right before taking a yogurt cup to the face, thrown by a furious old lady. This sparked a riot where they were hit 72 times with slippers. Their dignity shattered. They left covered in dairy and regret.
Oh.
Mr. Parker, big special ed.
That's a
All
great
right.
picture.
All rise. Here we have the defendant, Mr. Barker, who is being accused of being special ed. Prosecutor, would you like to make your accusation? Yes, Canadian, I do believe he's guilty, but we will see.
So, may I first begin this court session by pointing to the defendant's face?
Objection. My client's face should not be held against him.
I agree. That is unfortunately not part of the case, sir, as very evident by the defendant's defender.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May I begin by noting his search history?
Oh. That's
Need I say
unfortunate.
more? Need I say more?
What is on this history, Mr. Prosecutor?
When we charged into the defendant's house and seized all of his items, we found several autism awareness tests, and he had scored very, very high. Now, I do understand that these websites do not always suggest a 100%.
But where's the evidence?
Right here. Autism equals 100%. See, it is written.
Was it one of these Indeed courses?
No, it was from a website called realautismawareness.com.
.com, okay.
Now, not only is his search history strange, but also he continuously does gestures and phrases prohibited by law.
Oh my.
It seems as though this man has no bounds to his unlawfulness. He says things that could only be said by someone with special
Now, Mr. Scotch,
education.
do you have anything to prove against this?
Yes, I'd like to review my notes here. The prosecutor has already conceded the entire case. He said he is not 100% sure about anything that was found in my client's apartment. Furthermore, UK law is overbroad, as we all know, about illegal gestures, actions, and speech. Practically, by walking out of the house, you violated a number of the UK statutes.
True,
beyond
true.
That, I also have.
Thankfully,
some
we're
evidence.
in the great. Shut the fuck up.
What's your objection?
Your honor is speaking. Thankfully, we're in the great Ireland, where you can say normal words and not get prosecuted. Normal Twitch. Shh.
So then, I'd like to present the used tea bag, which shows that my client is a good Irish citizen who just likes a nice black tea in the afternoon. Sure, is he a little surprised in this photo?
Scotch. The Irish don't really drink black tea.
Hey!
The English do then. I don't know. They're all the same.
You said what? Get out of here. You may continue to prosecute. Disgust me.
Okay. So, all right, fine.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm going to present the security camera footage. This is my client, and this photo on his face is actually taken via security camera. As we know, this is cherry-picked from one moment, over the course of an entire day from the security camera, and it's unfair to my client to pick that one moment and then present him as being anything other than a normal person.
I see.
Finally, I think this whole thing is a very unclear referendum. We don't even know what we're
Brexit
talking
vote.
about here. Yeah, exactly. And we don't know what we're talking about here. We don't know what the prosecution is even alleging. It's all very unclear. And I rest my case.
Later that same evening.
A general vote by the electorate on a single political question that has been referred to them for a direct decision.
Sorry. I was just. That was a very solid case. Prosecutor.
Yes. Well, I will suggest the defense speaks of the tea bags, and he also noted black tea, and by extension he must mean coffee as well, as I believe we are in the great country of Ireland. There is currently a coffee shortage.
Objection, Your Honor.
Dear God. Let's say again.
Oh,
Of course I've watched Dairy Girls Canadian. What?
How do you emote?
E.
Thank you.
True. All right, continue, prosecutor.
Well, as I have seen from various other security footage, I understand that Your Honor.
You understand what? You understand what, sir?
Has been noting down a shopping list on his very own notepad, and I would like to suggest a universal remote so that we can control the special man to go and get you some milk, eggs, bread, and cum. And
that is just irrelevant. I do not have a list of items. This is complete. This is good. You know what? No, you don't get you get to wait for a little bit. Defender?
Yes, Your Honor. I also agree that you do not.
Irrelevant. Shut the fuck up, Canadian. Okay.
You clearly do not. And as we're talking about this universal remote, as we know from the famous Adam Sandler movie involving a universal remote.
True.
Well,
Yeah.
someone
Good
may
film.
appear a little bit different. That does not make them special. Adam Sandler is a very normal person who may appear this way in certain films like Billy Madison and the Universal Remote movie, but he is indeed a normal person, and it is fine for normal people to appear like you see my client's face and still not be inclusive.
Oh, true. Prosecutor? What do you have to say for yourself? Are you not ready?
He's not ready.
I'm a goofy goober.
I have a dream.
Oh, watch out, you might get shot.
I believe that our prosecuted man has been licking rusty scissors.
Oh,
As
dear
you can
God.
clearly see by those lips, that looks like a man.
Please
who
pause.
has
Your Lord Honor has spilt Lucasade all over himself. I have nothing more to say.
Is that why you have the milk on your list to replace the Lucasade?
Possibly.
You were thinking ahead, Your Honor. You were thinking
I am just that
ahead.
intelligent. I do not have a towel. Give me a second.
Wait, Scotch.
Yeah.
Why don't I just fuck off this court case? Go take the special man and. Because we both know he's special. Come on. I mean, I know we're against each other, but we both know he is special. Why don't you just go get pest instead?
Absolutely.
Don't worry, Your Honor is very competent. This was purely a this was a government psyop organization, like the certain tower event. It was clearly dictated by the CIA. This is the most scuffed trial. Trust me, it's gonna get worse. I suppose you may continue.
I will say, as you were leaving to clean yourself up, I had a conversation with the prosecution. In which I said, and all these witnesses around us will attest, in the spectators in the crowd, I said to the prosecutor, to the
I think
defense,
that's my son.
I said to the defense that, and the spectators in the chat,
This conversation is off the record.
the spectators in the chat will also attest that
This
Scotch
conversation is off the
agreed
record.
that his client was special ed, and that we should go to the pub instead of respecting
This
the
is false.
dignity of this establishment. Please, I move my prosecution to the people in the chat. Canadian, a man who has done such great things for his country. Did I not suggest that his client has special needs? And
So,
No,
prosecutor,
he did not.
hold on for a second. Let's bring Canadian to the stands. Canadian, what do you have to say for yourself? He speaks the truth. Wow.
even the defense believes his client is special.
Careful with your words, prosecutor.
Your Honor, of course, every client is special to me, and the prosecutor said we should go leave this pub. Well, the judge was drinking on the stand. That's clearly all that was being referenced.
Oh my god. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what?
That was an amazing defense.
Every client is special to me is crazy. Oh. That was so.
I have a new idea.
That was so good. That was so good. I'm fast. I'm fucking crying. Oh.
Ready up, boys.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Being a man who
This is gonna be a hard trial, sir.
loves other men.
This is gonna be a really hard trial. Oh, let me look what.
I will let the evidence be presented, but some people have a guilty face, as people like to say. Right, prosecutor, will you present?
Right,
Oh,
right. So the way that we're gonna win this is you need to fuck a girl on the stand, okay? Yeah. Sorry, Your Honor. I was conferring with my client.
Sidebar. Yes, we understand.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot you get no bitches. That's unfortunate.
May I first
Right.
note the blurry photo in the evidence locker. Now, as we can see from this photo, it is clear that Mr. Barker is engaging in some sort of love ritual between himself and another male, may I note. Now, this male has constantly left him on red, which has made
Ooh.
Mr. Barker very, very depressed. Would Mr. Barker be depressed if this was a woman leaving him on red? I do not believe so, as he has dealt with that on multiple occasions.
That's unfortunate,
Now,
bud.
May I continue my my prosecution by noting the broken contract between him and his ex-wife. He, just like many famous men, including Philip Schofield, he engaged in sexual activity with another male whilst being in a lawfully wedded
Objection!
matrimony.
Yes, let's hear your objection.
You need to... Sir, I have a piece of evidence that will completely change the direction of this.
All right, is the prosecution almost done here?
The prosecution is willing to allow the defense to submit this evidence.
So you see, Your Honor, my fellow prosecutor over there leads us to believe that my client was married to a woman while also apparently going out with a male. But this one piece of evidence will show a completely different... What's the word I'm looking for? Perspective. See, this business card, as he was actually going on a business trip with his client. He was really
Was this client
looking
the wife
to
or
the husband, the man in the photo. He is the man in the photo is actually a Nairobian prince, and he is actively trying to broker a deal between him and his company, which is...
Objection!
Let's hear your objection.
I also have a piece of evidence to
All right, you'll have a chance in rebuttal here.
Yeah,
Okay,
shut the
continue.
his company, which is in mattresses. So yes, these two may have had a bed together, but this was not a loving, enjoyable experience for Mr. Barker here. It was really just to get the client to purchase 20,000 beds, as is shown by the Spectre Sweeper, which is used to clean said beds automatically. For this prince has a lot of sons, for some reason no daughters, and all of them will need their beds cleaned, as you know, as a fellow male, shitting the bed.
Okay, prosecutor, what do you have
Now-
to say to that?
the
We've got
defense
this. We've got
talks
this.
of the Nairobian prince and his son. May I add to the defense this old stamp, which was attached to a letter sent to one of the Nairobian prince's sons, confessing his love for the son. Now, I don't know what that sounds like to you, but to me, that...
Objection!
No. That sounds like
Okay, we'll hear the objection
a profession of love.
momentarily. Hey, let's hear the objection.
I have a piece of evidence that will indicate...
Okay, you'll have your chance to present. Okay, continue, prosecutor.
I don't have the bell.
Bellas.
Thank you. Now, you will notice that my...
Nuh-uh.
How many have I got left?
Nuh-uh.
I would like to submit two pieces of evidence at once, but I cannot. So, I will go with this one. This piece of evidence, the bent nail. Now, many of you are thinking that we are talking about the steel nail. No, we are talking about your client's penis.
Okay.
That's
sir.
not a nail.
All right.
He
All
has a
right.
bent penis.
Your Honor, I need the bell back. Thank you very much. So, the prosecutor speaks of a old stamp connected to a letter, but as I have here, the diary of my defendant, there we go, defendant, which clearly states that he has no love for this man and he's doing it purely for the money that was promised to him by his boss. A £50,000 deal for him to pretend to be in a relationship with this man in order to get him to invest in the company, as is also shown by, where is it, this crushed can, of which was held between the two of them as a loving experience between them. And my stream is dying. This is unfortunate. It is recording. We will figure this out in a minute. But this crushed can is used by the Nairobians as a ritual of investment.
You ain't got the bell no more. My turn.
All right. Final words. Closing arguments from the prosecutor.
My closing argument.
My client, my before you go, let me. My closing argument. My client gets no bitches. How is he meant to get two?
All right.
My closing argument is a little bit longer. Now, I will say one thing about Mr. Sky, Calem's client, Mr. Barker. He sucked me off in the toilet before this very court.
Okay. Order in the court. Order in the court. Both of yous.
I didn't even say anything.
Okay.
That tongue don't lie.
Your Honor, may I present
okay.
one last piece of evidence?
He was going.
Make it quick. Oh, one more.
Another one of his
There you
gay lovers.
Your Honor, if I may direct your attention to this broken phone, of which was used by the prosecutor, Wes Scarab, to try and innovate my client into the bathroom in a prostitutive manner to pay him to do said deed for a large sum of money, of which my client refused. That is all. I rest my case.
You rest your case. Okay, we have a verdict here. After careful consideration of all the evidence here, well, your client is being found innocent of any crimes, this being 2025. They are, however, found guilty of, as you admitted yourself, sleeping with a Nairobian prince for money. And therefore,
Wait, it's not legal there though. No.
Yes.
It wasn't illegal in Nairobi. Damn. I'm happy that I won the original case. I won the original case. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Hey, bring before you, Mr. West, who is being accused of being a femboy.
Now, please all rise for his honourable judge, Mr. Scarab. Today, we have been brought here in the case of Mr. West. The accused stood next to his defense attorney, Scotch Opener. He is accused of being a femboy. I will first allow, the way I run my courts is I will allow you to present one piece of evidence, and then it will be time for the other side to conduct a rebuttal. Now, beginning this debate tonight will be Mr. Sky.
Thank you very much, Your Honourable Honor.
Stop being a suck-up.
I only suck you. Alright. So, Mr. West we are accusing him of being a femboy. And the way we are going to show you this is mainly, you have to give me the well. Bless. Sir. Thank you. The way I'm going to show you this is through a very troubling space. His search history, where he is actively looking for skirts and stockings and estrogen.
Oh.
But not in a H1 helicopter way.
Very
All right.
interesting argument from the prosecution. I will now move to the defense. What do you say in reply to this search history claim?
That's very easy, Your Honor. You know what else was in the search history, along with all those items? A party hat. And the reason that matters is because this was clearly for a costume party. Everything involved in this is clearly a costume party. The search history makes total
Objection!
context.
Objection! Please be quiet, Mr. Defense Attorney.
I have a piece of evidence that will completely erase this idea of it being only for a party. And that is this empty bottle of wine that Mr. West was paid in order to be at this party. And it was all
so you
drunk.
admit the party happens, prosecutor. You admit that it was a party.
But it was not merely a party he was invited to. It was a party he was made come as the main event. It was indeed a hen. And the women
Like I said,
wanted a man in a skirt.
A hen party. This is the most masculine thing a man can do.
Defense,
Yeah, at the head
please
party.
state your case.
You know what else was there? Pulling up my evidence here now.
Your Honor, he's looking at porn.
At this hen party, there was also broken glasses, and these were once again, as you may have heard before in this court, broken wine glasses at the hen party. As I stated in my defense, this is clearly a party. It was never anything but a party, and the prosecutor admits that it was a party. So there's nothing to see here, Your Honor.
Objection!
We will move to the prosecution.
You see, there was actually a dinner beforehand, of which there was a dispute between the wife and the husband of this hen, and it was over the presence of West, as the husband missed out on the little gay femboy, and he felt as if the wife was holding it from him. And this was also
In my notes. Mr.
This was
Sky,
also-
it's the Diddy dinner.
this was also proven because he stubbed his little toe. And the only place you can stub your little toe is at a party where you're doing frolic dances. Frolic, I tell you.
Sky. May the defense present its case.
I feel like the prosecution is proving the defense's cases with every piece of evidence that he presents. Now, was there a dispute at the restaurant? Yes, but that's because there was suspicious food getting served at the restaurant. The man and the wife, there was a dispute over what...
Your Honor, he is pulling a different party into this. He is now blaming the restaurant for his femboyness.
You brought the restaurant into
No.
Order in the court!
Nuh-uh.
The prosecution will stay silent!
Your Honor, you wasn't even there.
Thank you, Your Honor. Like the prosecution, you had a restaurant between a man and a wife, sure. And the wife went on to a hen party where my client was a entertainer, and that's fine.
I just got bullied.
Specifically for that party, it was in the search history. Everything makes total sense here. He's a male stripper. That is not what he's being accused of here, is it?
Can I speak now?
You did not. You still have one thing to disprove, and that is the stubbing of the little toes.
Oh, okay. There was a stubbing of the toes. I need the bell back though. Yeah, no problem there. Look, there was a stubbing of the toe, but that was earlier in the day, and before dinner, you know where they were? They were waiting at the doctor's. So his order of events is all wrong. They clearly stubbed the toe, went to the doctor's office, then went to dinner, where there was the dispute over, like I said in my evidence, the eating of something suspicious. And then the party hat, the broken glasses, these were all present at the party that he was hired as a male stripper.
Objection!
Sustained.
You see, this one thing will change the entire case. All of what I've shown so far was merely everything I found out afterwards. You see, there was an open package on Mr. West's house after a legal search was conducted, and what was in this package? A butt plug given to him by.
Okay.
You called an objection.
Yeah, objection.
I didn't even get to say it all.
That search was not legal. There was no warrant. It was an unauthorized search of my
Objection!
Just like this webcam footage.
Your Honor, he is calling you into question, as it was you indeed who gave us this search warrant.
No, it's the prosecutor. Okay, but we have evidence if you give me the bell back.
You can't give any more.
I can give evidence,
that was me.
sir.
Oops.
Yeah, thank you. See, Your Honor, see the falsehoods that are getting thrown around this court? The prosecution thinks they can just say anything and it makes it the truth. It's disturbing, really. But furthermore, the package was opened because, as you can see, there was worn out tape on the package. And that package was then...
I have made my verdict. I
Or
need
nor.
no more of these
scandalous accusations.
Scandalous accusations and defenses. Mr. Barker, as you have heard, you stand here. Mr. West, sorry, shit. You stand here
Wait.
charged of being a femboy. I've heard mountains of evidence, for example, the search history, which was supposedly taken as a part of something that I agreed upon. I do not remember this. However,
Do you remember the party hat?
the prosecution claimed that the search history was for looking for femboy attire. Now, the defense has given a great argument that it was actually for a fancy dress party. It is, in my opinion, on this court here today, in front of all of these spectators and all of the little boys and girls in the world, I would just like to say I find Mr. West not guilty.
No!
Thank you, Your Honor.
Fuck!